Get ready with me to go buy a new car. So, heard that right. I've been gone for such a long time. I'm gonna get ready super fast. I'm not gonna be explaining too much of what I'm gonna be using, but I did want to get ready really quick to go to the dealership so I don't look a mess. So I'm gonna be using the new e.l.f. Soft Glam foundation. I already moisturized my face, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. I've been gone for a bit and I haven't really caught you guys up on anything in my life. There's so much that has been happening. Not too long ago, Memorial Day is literally when everything happened. We got hit here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There was so many places that got hit with, like, I think it was like a little mini tornado or something. I don't really know exactly what it was, but all I know is that it went from 0 to 100 in like less than 5 minutes. It was so bad. We were all in the apartment. Earlier that day I started hearing tornado sirens and I was not really thinking too much of it. Sorry guys, I had a call that I had to take that was important. It was literally regarding what I'm speaking about. It was the insurance, because we've been dealing with them for about a month now. So long story short, because I'm supposed to be getting ready and I started doing this while I was on the phone because my husband's on the way to pick me up. We had a really bad storm. The storm destroyed our bedroom. Literally 3 of our 4 windows were broken. I started seeing that things were happening and I was like, you know, like it's raining pretty bad. And my husband was in our room on his PC. My brother was in his room because my brother does live with us. And I was in the living room with our dog. I start seeing that it's getting like super dark, which is normal, like it's fine. But then I start seeing like a lot of wind, like the rain is like this, it was like this, like sideways. So I'm like, what is going on? Like, this is something that looks a little scary, you know, like, is it a tornado? Because I started remembering that I heard tornado sirens, like the tornado watch sirens. And I call my husband and I'm like, hey, do we need to go in the room? Because it started sounding scary, like a lot of wind. I call my brother because thankfully he was at home too. So I call my brother and I'm like, hey, are you seeing like what's happening? And he was like, oh my gosh, like what's happening? We moved from the living room because we had like the patio right there, like the doors and the window. We moved from the living room and we end up going to his room because his room is on this side and we're literally like in a corner. We go to his room and we're looking at the window, like we're looking at the window and our windows are really big. They're like, the windows are probably almost as big as the wall. That's how big they are. I end up telling my husband and I'm like, hey, do we need to like go in the closet? Do we need to go to the restroom? Like, do we need to start like taking cover? What the heck is going on right here? What is it that we're gonna have to start doing? Because this doesn't sound like a normal rainstorm. And then we start seeing that it starts hailing. And it's not like little baby hail, no. There were like golf size hail balls. And then as we're looking, the wind is like almost like creating a circle because we're like in one of the buildings, right? And we're in a corner. Well, there's 4 buildings where we're at. In between the buildings, there was like a circle going on. And it was a mini tornado. Like if it wasn't a tornado, it created a tornado where we were at just because of the circle that was in between us and the wind that was pushing. Like it was like becoming a little mini tornado there. The windows of the car started breaking. Like it was so bad. There was so many cars that their windows were just breaking. I have footage of everything that was happening. If I can post pictures, I'll post some pictures. Then all of a sudden the lights go out and we're like, what is happening? Like at one point I started like telling them like, this is a tornado, this is a tornado, we need to move, we need to leave, we need to leave, we need to go in the closet, we need to go in the restroom. And he, the whole time in the videos, you just hear me and him, no it's not, yes it is, no it's not, yes it is. And till right now we don't really know. Like people didn't really say it was a tornado, but people in the apartment complex did think that it was. But the news didn't really say like it was a tornado. So I don't think it was, but it literally was like a tornado here. After that happened, the hail finally stopped and we end up going outside. We were like, I don't think anything happened to the car, right? My car and then my brother's car was in the front. Well, we go outside and everything was a disaster. Like if you've ever lived in a place where hurricanes happen, like you come back and it's like a disaster. Branches everywhere, glass was broken. Like, oh, I forgot to mention another part. Once it stopped hailing, we decided to go back to the living room. Whenever we got to the living room, my husband opened the bedroom door, our bedroom door. When we opened it, sorry, I got another call. My mom called me. I already did my contour. I'm just doing my eyebrows right now, and I can't really talk when I do them, so let me do it really quick. Hold on. They're cousins, not twins at all. I forgot to mention, it was still hailing at this point. He opens the door and he just starts seeing hail in the room, and we were like, what? And we see our freaking windows were broken, they were shattered, and the other one was completely on the floor. So not only was it raining in here, it was hailing inside, and there was glass all over our carpet, because we have carpet, we don't even have wood floors. So at that point, as soon as he seen that, because it was still raining pretty bad, he shut the door really quick and he was like, nobody go inside. We end up waiting for it to stop hailing. As soon as it stopped hailing, we went outside, and there was no more power at that point. Like, everybody in the apartment was outside, and we were like, I think our cars might be okay. But then at the same time, we were like, dang, like the cars on this side of the apartment, like all of them had like cracked windows and everything. So we were like, let's just see, let's look at the car. Our car was like right in front of the gate, and whenever we look at the car, the windshield was cracked, and we were like, oh my gosh, like it cracked, and there was hail dents everywhere. We were like, wow. We go to the back, and our windshield is cracked. Like, our back window was cracked, and we were like, well. And it was raining at that point, so like water was getting inside, and my car it has like the technology package, so like everything is electric. So we were like, for sure this car is gonna end up being totaled. And then we were like, oh my gosh, like now that it stopped hailing, let's go to the other car to see what happened. Same thing. The windshield, I don't think it cracked that much, but dents everywhere, and the back window was cracked. So, and he had just got it, like it had like 200 miles at that time. He had it like for less than 2 weeks. Like, it was such a pretty car. It was a brand new 2024 Honda Civic Sport. There was a guy that lives in our apartment. He was like, yeah, I work on cars and I can tell if they're totaled or not. And I was like, oh, what is this one? And it was mine. He was like, totaled. And I was like, we've been dealing with this since Memorial Day. It's been over a month, and finally we heard back. Our car's totaled. My brother's car's totaled. So we both have to get new cars again, unfortunately. And I was so sad because I only had 2 years left to pay off my car. So that's where we're going today. Now that we have everything settled, we're gonna go look at some cars. It's not a for sure thing that we're gonna get a vehicle today, but because I haven't posted in such a long time, I feel like I really wanted to just come on here and talk about a little bit of where I've been, even though I'm not really talking about where I've been, but I wanted to talk about this whole situation that led me to buy a vehicle. We're gonna go and see a vehicle for me, and then we're gonna go and see a vehicle for my brother. I need to get new mascara. If y'all have, oh my gosh, if y'all have lashes that fall very easily, like as you can see, like they're still curled, but like they're going to fall, like you'll see, watch. If y'all have a good mascara and your lashes fall, please let me know, because they're gonna fall in seconds, and then they're gonna fall. I'm looking into getting an Acura again, because for those of you that didn't know, I don't think I ever posted my car in here. I'm gonna be with my husband and with my father-in-law, and I'm not gonna lie, I get a little shy. I'm gonna try and record as much as I can, and then once we find a vehicle, then I'll do the whole like, oh, this is my car. I'll try and make another video soon of where I've been, everything that has happened, because I have been gone for such a long time, and I do want to start getting back into it again. So please bear with me. I will be back. I'm just so stressed trying to do all of these things, figure out like the car situation, figure out like the renter's insurance part is good. Like, we were literally without windows for such a long time. Barely, like 2 weeks ago, we barely got, or like a week ago, we barely got windows. And then a few days later, like yesterday, from that day, we finally got blinds, because we didn't even have blinds anymore. Hey guys, editing me here, so I realized I didn't even tell you guys what I was gonna do. I was gonna take you guys along in the next video that I post, where it shows me looking at some cars that I was interested in, and you'll see which one I end up going with. I'll also show a little car tour. You'll see me wearing the same clothes that I was wearing when I went to the dealership. So stay tuned for the next few videos because it's going to be about the car. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you haven't already, please subscribe if you are new here, and if you have been with me since the beginning, welcome back. Bye guys.